Hi guys, how are you? This is Lois. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and safe wherever you are. Today I want us to have a discussion. Okay, I'm here to inspire you. I know maybe a lot of people who know me, they're like, oh, maybe she's bringing a new migration program. I'll do that shortly. But right now I want us to address the big elephant in the room. Okay, succeeding once you immigrate, because a lot of people are not succeeding. Okay, and not just that, a lot of people are afraid to come and fail once they immigrate. And the people that I actually want to address today are skilled immigrants. Who are these skilled immigrants? Get me right here. Okay, skilled immigrants are people, and please get me clearly, because there are people who are gonna say, oh, you know what, I am non-skilled. I'm not talking about non-skilled people today. Please, I want to address skilled immigrants, people who have a desire to come to this country as skilled immigrants, people who have a post-secondary credential, whether that's a diploma, a higher diploma, a degree, a master's, a PhD, whatever it is, and you've had skilled work experience. You are a skilled person. You're in a good occupation back home, because most of those people, they are in good occupations back home. But there's this fear that, you know what, I'll immigrate just to go flip burgers and work as a cashier, or, you know, clean the streets. There's that narrative out there of just how people leave their well-paying jobs and then they come here for their dreams to die, and they become miserable and do non-skilled jobs, and they clean, you know, old ladies. You know, there's all that narrative. Okay, I'm here to dispel that and tell you this. People, immigrants succeed in this country. And when I say succeed, immigrants are killing it. Yes? So quit that fear. I know you've been fed a lot of fear, and the people who are feeding you that fear, guess where they are? Majority of them are there with you in your country. They haven't immigrated, but they are selling you this fear of coming here to be miserable, to be second class, to be blah, 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 you know, to work 3, 4, 5 jobs. Come on, people, you don't have to work 3, 4, 5 jobs. You can work smart in this country and earn a good living. Okay, so before I start, guys, have you subscribed? If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, and share. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, but today I'm not talking immigration. But I know you may want details about immigration. You may want some help with immigration. Please, I'm requesting you, book a consultation on my website. Yes, www.mileleimmigrationservices.ca. Book a consultation. It's going to be the best money that you ever spent. Okay, guys, so let us come back here. I am just totally tired of this narrative of struggles of immigrants when they come here, because that has killed a lot of immigrants' dreams. A lot of people don't want to quit their jobs. You know, every day I have consultations with people. I meet people from all over Dubai, Bahrain, you know, Bahamas, the whole of Caribbean, Africa, Asia, everywhere, Europe. I'm talking to people every day, and there's always this person once in a while who goes, oh, I'm afraid of leaving my job. Okay, I'm afraid of leaving my job, or I can't come to Canada until I get a job, because, you know, I don't want to leave my job. My job pays well in my country. And at times I say, you know, it's a personal decision. It's a decision that you have to make. But one thing that I want us to address today is that succeeding in this country is a choice you will have to make. It's a personal choice, and I am telling you, you will succeed, because there's a lot of other people who have succeeded. If you come here from a point of fear, oh my goodness, you will not go anywhere. So you must come here armed with one plan. Plan A, plan to succeed, and plan B, if you must have a plan B, is the plan to succeed. Okay, plan A and B, success. Nothing less of that. Okay, guys. So I said, I'm just tired, because people are making money on this side of the Atlantic. In this North America, immigrants are making money, and I'm telling you, they are not the exception. They are not in the minority. They are a majority. A lot of people live well in this country. A lot of people are making 100 grand a year plus. Okay, when I say, I'm not saying 100 flat, they're making 100 grand a year plus. Okay, a lot of people, only that you don't see them. The loudest noise you hear are from people who have failed and people who have no clue about what it is they're talking about. And others are just YouTubers who want views. And I know I'm a YouTuber, but forgive me. The others are just YouTubers who are telling you to come here and be cleaners and pick cherries and do all those. And you're like, why would I leave my good and prestigious job to go pick cherries? Why? I would never do that personally. Okay? So there's a lot of that noise out there that can be quite, it can be quite confusing and demoralizing when everybody is saying, oh, non-skilled jobs. Why are you leaving your skilled job to come do an unskilled job here? Please, where are your priorities? Sorry, forgive me for that, guys. Anyway, what I want to say is screw minimum wage and screw living wage. And you know what? I have told you how to live on minimum wage. And the reason I did that is because when you land here, you may have to start from the bottom. But you can't stay in the bottom. If you can start at the bottom because we all started there. But if you live there at the bottom, that's up to you, honey. That's totally up to you. It's up to you how fast you're going to hit that bottom and then rise up. And how high and how far you rise, it's still on you. Nobody is going to hand you anything in this country. No, there's nothing like that. You have to come and look for opportunities. You have to know which opportunities to exploit. Take any opportunities you come across along the way. If you don't find them, craft them. Create your own opportunities because the sky is not even the limit. You can do so well on this side. Okay, guys? So I said screw minimum wage and screw living wage. We are not here. We didn't fly 10,000 miles to come here and do minimum wage jobs. We could have done that in our countries. Again, you have your masters. Why are you here earning a minimum wage job, my friend? Okay? So guys, what I want to tell you is that other immigrants are doing it. So why are you not doing it yourself? What do you need to do? Immediately quit the settling mentality, quit failure mentality, quit survival mentality. It's going to take you nowhere. Okay? The moment you land here, or even before you land here, devise a plan and know what will I do when I land there. Know how much jobs are paying even in the community you're moving to or the city you're moving to. So that once you come here, immediately you start looking for those opportunities that are going to give you a good income. Okay, because it depends on where you start. If you start at 30,000 a year, my friend, it's gonna be hard for you to move up. So you need to start in a safe ground. You need to start with a good salary when you land here. If you're not able to practice in your occupation, because a lot of occupations maybe they need some certification, please ask yourself, what do I need to do to practice in my field? Immediately get to do it. Look for people in your occupation, in your careers, and let them tell you what they did to succeed. Look for people who have actually succeeded. That's my goal. My go-to message. Look for people who have succeeded and ask them, how did you succeed? If you're a doctor from your country and you find another doctor here who is practicing, ask them, what did you do to succeed? How did you get here? And they're going to walk you through the process so that you can also succeed. But if you find a doctor who used to be a doctor and they're working as a cashier, they're not going to tell you because they don't know how to do it. They didn't do it for themselves. So you have to look for people who are successful when you land here. And then they can tell you how they did it. Or do your own research. Seek information, seek professional help, know how you can actually get to your dreams faster and sooner. Okay? So guys, again, I said you're looking at me and you're like, whatever I'll say here, it's up to you how you will use this information. My goal here is just to inspire you. I want you to immigrate from a point of greatness to more greatness and not to a place of timidity and fear. Because if you come here under fear and then you land here in fear, you're going to be fearful of exploiting anything and you're just going to be proving the naysayers right. Okay? You look for successful people in your city. Look for jobs that pay. Look at the jobs that pay well in that city and know what you need to do to be those successful people or to get those well-paying jobs. Simple as that. When I came here, I'll give you a story. When I came here, I look at the people around me, okay? And I was so blessed. I was surrounded by people who are doing so well. And guess what? They were all immigrants. My landlord, my first landlord was an Indian guy. He was an accountant. He was making serious money, CPA. And then I moved to another house, and my landlord there, she didn't have a job. But the first day she came to see me, she was driving a Cadillac. Yes. And I asked her, so tell me, how did you get? She told me, you know what? I have 10 rental houses. She has 10 rental houses. I was renting that house for 1,500 Canadian dollars. Do the math, how much that lady was making in a month. Okay? And then she was an immigrant. So my first landlord was an immigrant from India. This lady was from Lebanon. Yeah, I just want to tell you so that you see yourself. And then my mechanic, who was doing a wonderful job and making serious money, is up to today, he's still my mechanic. He's from Ethiopia. I went to detail my car, and I got this car detail guy from Egypt. And do you know how much I paid to detail my car? $350. Okay? And there was a lineup at his shop. Okay? My lawyer, my immigration lawyer, was an immigrant from Kurdistan. Yes. And he immigrated here in his 40s, and he got his degree in his 40s in this country. And today he's not a lawyer. He is way, way, way up there with the important people of this country. Okay? My other lawyer who took up after him, he is an immigrant from Burundi. Yes, you heard it. Burundi. Nice guy, wonderful guy. My first family doctor, wonderful guy. We only parted ways when we moved, and he was from Cuba. Okay? Now I have a wonderful doctor from Nigeria. I want you to get that. All those are immigrants. And my former boss, lovely person, who is running a big company here, over 250 employees, an immigrant from the UK. Okay? All these are immigrants. The people that I've interacted with are all immigrants. There is other people, also Canadians, that I've interacted with, but I want to showcase immigrants who are doing well, and they, as I said, they are not the exception. They are in the majority. Okay, guys? So I said, if you need to go back to school, go. Because why am I saying go back to school? You learned here, you have to take action to succeed as quickly as possible. Why? Because life can be too long. I'm not lying to you. Life is going to be too long if you're earning a miserable pay. Why is that? Because the life expectancy on this side of the Atlantic is almost 100. So, excuse me. So if you feel like you're 40 and you're saying, oh, you know what? I think I'm too old to go back to school at 40. My friend, if you're going to live until the age of 100, you have a long time to be earning minimum wage. The same thing. If you need to learn a skill and you're 50, please go get it. Because you still have another 30 years to live here. Do you want to live here the next 30 years, 40 years earning minimum wage? No, you want to make a good living, to have a good retirement, and also, just feel good about immigrating. You want to stand and say, yes, I love this country. I love the opportunities that this country has given me. They're not going to be handed to you. You got to go for them. It kills me every day when I go to Walmart and I chat the cashiers there and the people who work there. And I got nothing wrong against those people who work at Walmart. Personally, I worked at Walmart for 10 days when I was new in this country. But it kills me when I talk to them and they tell me I was an engineer, I was a doctor, I was a lawyer, I was a veterinarian in my country. Yet they are not working in those professions. And I ask them, so why are you not doing this? And they tell me, because, licensing, blah, blah, blah. Those are excuses. The reason I say those are excuses is because there's also a lot of the same people from your same countries who have also come here in those professions, and they did everything that was supposed to be done, and they are practicing. Okay? Yes. So if you immigrated here by the virtue of your occupation. So you came here because you're a doctor and you're a cashier. Please go back home and be a doctor back home. Sorry. Okay, guys. Yes, there is no need that you used to be a respected person back where you came from only to come here and be miserable, because these are the same people who end up always complaining, oh, Canada is not good, oh, there's all barriers. And I know we have barriers, but we cannot be held by barriers. No, we are not going to be held by barriers. We have to know how to jump these barriers. If you can't get that license, then know what else you can do to transition. Do something different. Take your transferable skills and earn yourself a good living. You cannot just come and stay at the bottom where you landed and say, oh, you know what, there's nothing for me here. I'll just, let my kids flourish. Come on. You're not going to live then. We are not living for the kids. We are also living. We also need to live, good lives for ourselves. We need to be satisfied with our lives. Okay? Otherwise, it doesn't even make sense that we immigrate, we kill our dreams. What are we showing our kids? We are not showing them how, the Canadian, the immigrant dream. No, we are not showing them. We are not helping them. It's like being in a toxic relationship whereby say we are staying in this toxic relationship for the sake of the children. No, you have to do it for you first before you can do it for anybody else. Okay, guys? So do something that is going to make you satisfied. If you need to go into that field, know where the licensing is done. If you have to go back to school, go back to school. Get it. It's a sacrifice, but you need to make that sacrifice. You cannot live being a cashier and you used to be a doctor, you used to be an engineer. No, please don't. It's no way to live. Okay? It doesn't make sense. It's not worth immigrating. Okay, unless you came from a place where there was war, and hardship like that. But if you're doing well and you're well educated, please stop killing your dreams. A lot of our people are killing their dreams, which is not fair. Okay, one thing I know, I am a true believer personally that we attract what we desire. So if you're going to desire success, then succeeding you will get. If you're going to work from a point of fear and you're worried about failure, you will fail. So please, come with a thirst to succeed. A thirst to succeed is what you need. Okay? Come here. Look at the beautiful neighborhoods. $1 million homes are here and immigrants are living there. Okay? Why can't you live there? Why do you always have to come here and live where you're expected to live because you're an immigrant? There's some kind of theories here whereby people expect, especially like here in Calgary, that if you're an immigrant, you only live in a particular quadrant. Who said so? Who said that you left your posh estate in your country to come live among the poor? Come on. There's all these neighborhoods, posh, nice neighborhoods. Why can't you go live there? Okay? Stop putting yourself down. You have to desire that success. You have to desire good things for yourself. And there are people who are doing it and they are doing it really well. Okay, guys? So, before I leave out, I'm just going to tell you something. I'm in this ladies group and there was a poll. Okay, and someone said, who are the ladies and which occupations are you doing that are giving you $100,000 a year? Okay, and I am telling you, the response was overwhelming. Over 1,000 comments from ladies from Kenya. Yes, ladies from Kenya. It was overwhelming. And these are people who are making $100,000, 200, 300, 400, 500 grand. Okay. Some of them are also making the seven-figure salary a year. Yes. They are doing it. So I know a lot of people tell you, oh, just go abroad to flip burgers or to wash. I'm not going to say what they say that we come here to wash. Leave those people. The other people are making a killing. Okay? So, I just want to mention a few occupations that were mentioned by these ladies, that is what they are doing, and that is giving them over $100,000 a year. Okay? Again, I didn't say exactly 100. I said over 100,000 a year and above. So 200, 300. Some of these. So why can't you plan to immigrate yourself and be successful like these people? So I'm going to leave you with this list. Health administrators, nurses, nurse practitioners, CPAs, financial analysts, data analysts and scientists, Scrum Masters, respiratory therapists, home care agency owners, lawyers and attorneys, insurance adjusters, HR analysts and people analysts, farmers, yes, behavior analysts, human resource practitioners, engineers, pharmacists, pharmaceutical sales and marketers, marketing people rather, risk control consultants, supply chain managers, speech pathologists, auditors and compliance auditors, business analysts, management consultants, sustainability researchers, software developers and engineers, cybersecurity techs and engineers, biotechnology guys, small business owners, entrepreneurs, project managers, IT guys overall, whether they are web developers, software engineers, all those IT guys, computer engineers, investment portfolio managers, trackers, people in trades, anti-money laundering, investigators, etc, etc, etc. All those were occupations that were mentioned by people that is what they are doing. All these are people who have immigrated, most of them in the last 10-15 years. They've immigrated to North America and they are doing this normal sounding occupations. No, I'm not talking of astronauts. I'm talking of occupations that most likely you did back home in your country, and they are doing them here in this country, in the US or in Canada, and they are making a killing. They are living the good life. They are living their immigration dream. So these are just ordinary people, just like you. So you are capable of this, and I'm asking you, why don't you plan to immigrate and be a success story? Because there's so many success stories. It's only that they don't get featured. Okay, you need to come here and work hard and follow that immigration dream and make it a reality. Because as I said, on this side of the Atlantic, the skies are not the limit, friends. Okay, come to succeed, guys. Come to succeed. And thank you for watching, and I will leave you at this point. I will see you in my next video.